Welcome. In this video has the XCN coin rally started. We will analyze it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and please watch to the end to understand. One of the most striking and promising technical structures currently visible on the chart is this clearly defined upward trend, which stands out as one of the strongest technical signals reinforcing the long-term positive outlook of the price. Such upward movements indicate that buyers have taken control of the market and that demand-side pressure clearly outweighs supply. The fact that the price touches this trend line at intervals and then reacts upward clearly reflects a positive investor sentiment. These touches not only serve as technical support, but also become dynamic elements that reinforce confidence and create stability in the market. Upward trends in technical analysis form the backbone of bull markets. Within this structure, the price progresses by forming higher lows and higher highs each time. This indicates not only short-term increases, but also the beginning of a sustainable medium to long-term rally. In the current outlook, the price's adherence to this rising trend line is particularly noteworthy. The upward reactions following each touch show how significantly this line functions as a dynamic support. In such trend structures, the important thing is that the price continues to respect this upward sloping support line. The repeated touches and upward reactions signal a steady appetite for buying, and that buyers are looking for entry opportunities. Additionally, the increase in trading volume during these touches proves that investors recognize this level as strong support and tend to open positions there. This reinforces one of the fundamental principles of technical analysis: support works. These touches on the trend line also reflect the behavioral patterns of market participants. Investors view such rising support lines as safe buying zones and are more willing to take risks when the price approaches these levels. This is because in the past, prices touching this line have rebounded upward, creating profitable positions. Therefore, traders who want to repeat a previously successful strategy tend to view price actions touching this line as an opportunity. Moreover, the fact that this rising trend line has been tested multiple times increases its technical reliability. The more touches it has, the stronger the trend line is considered. Currently, the adherence to this line and the price's upward movement after each touch suggests that this line will continue to play an active role in future price behavior. This generates clear signals for both short-term traders and medium to long-term investors regarding entry points. It is also completely natural and even healthy for the price to make certain corrections while moving along an upward trend. During these corrections, the price may occasionally pull back to the trend line. However, the important thing is that after these pullbacks, the price regains strength from the trend line and resumes its upward movement. This cycle confirms that the trend is continuing in a healthy manner and remains intact. Currently, the price's loyalty to this sloped structure proves that the upward trend remains intact with all its dynamics. In technical analysis, rising trend lines often provide investors with valuable insights in terms of both direction and timing. The fact that this line is currently holding strong signals that the price may continue its upward movement. This also indicates that the overall market sentiment is positive and that buying activity is dominant. Because in an uptrend, the most fundamental rule is that the price should not stay below the trend line and should continue to move upward consistently without straying far from it. But we can't make analysis decisions based solely on trends. Let's take a look at other metrics too. Stay tuned. When examining the chart closely, it becomes clear that the price is approaching a significant barrier on its upward journey, namely a resistance level. This level represents an area where, in previous price movements, buyers showed some hesitation or sellers became more dominant. However, this time the picture looks somewhat different. As the price approaches this resistance level, it is displaying a much stronger, more determined, and volume-supported structure compared to previous attempts. This suggests that the resistance level may no longer be an obstacle and, if broken, could open the door to a much broader area for upward movement. Such resistance zones are generally critical decision points in technical analysis. Here, the price either gets rejected and temporarily pulls back, or it breaks upward with strong momentum and begins a new phase of price discovery. In the current scenario, the steep and determined uptrend approaching this level shows that buyers are acting with strong motivation. This upward movement, supported by a series of higher lows and higher highs, points to a technically healthy and strong trend. Additionally, the increasing trading volume as the resistance level is approached is a positive technical signal. This indicates that not just a few players, but a broad group of investors are backing this move, and that the energy needed to break through this critical level is being gathered. Volume-supported rallies are among the most decisive factors in breaking resistance levels, because it's not enough for the price to simply rise. It needs to do so with consistent and strong participation to ensure sustainability. That is exactly what we are currently seeing. Resistance levels are also psychologically significant. Especially when investors recall previous sell-offs from that level, they may act cautiously. However, if the price has repeatedly attempted to break this zone and return stronger each time, the level begins to be seen as an opportunity zone by investors. As the breakout moment nears, market participants become more confident. This can result in explosive volume and a sharp upward movement at the time of the breakout. There is also a rule in technical analysis. The more times a level is tested before breaking, the stronger the move that follows. The current resistance point may be an area that the price has touched several times without breaking, but each touch weakens the level a bit more, just like repeated blows to a wall. Eventually the wall collapses, and once the obstacle is removed, the price can move freely upward as if released from chains. This could potentially signal the beginning of a major rally. If this resistance level is broken to the upside, a new empty zone may open for the price. This is an area where the price has either never been or hasn't tested in a long time. In such cases, investors often witness rapid upward movement as there hasn't been much volume formed in those regions historically, and therefore there are fewer obstacles to slow the price down. This can accelerate the upward move and help the price reach new highs in less time than expected. The breakout moment can also act as a trigger for algorithmic trading. Many professional investors place algorithms at certain technical levels, and when these breakouts occur, large buy orders are automatically activated. This supports the sharp rally that follows the breakout. If this happens, it's likely that the price will quickly head toward the next resistance level or technical target. The current market structure significantly increases the likelihood of such a move. Additionally, if the resistance level breakout is supported not only by technicals, but also by fundamentals, the move is more likely to be stronger and more lasting. For example, positive news flow, developments that boost market sentiment, or macroeconomic data supporting the overall uptrend can strengthen this breakout. The MACD indicator is one of the most effective tools used to understand market momentum and anticipate potential trend reversals. Currently, when examining the chart, it is evident that the MACD lines previously made a bearish crossover, followed by a period of price correction. However, this should be interpreted as a temporary pause and a phase of energy accumulation for the market. Now, it is noteworthy that the MACD lines are once again converging and moving toward a potential bullish crossover. This suggests that a potential upward move, eagerly awaited by investors, could be very near. A bullish MACD crossover is typically seen as the beginning of periods when buy-side strategies are triggered and price gains upward momentum. Especially after the recent bearish crossover, the short-term selling pressure in the market has been absorbed, and the market has entered a phase of searching for a new direction. In this search, a renewed bullish MACD crossover may signal the early stages of a new upward trend. This crossover provides a strong indication not only of price direction, but also of a shift in overall market momentum to the upside. The interaction between the MACD line and the signal line also presents a favorable picture. The MACD line has approached the signal line closely, and the gap between them has narrowed. Such convergences are often precursors to significant moves. The market tends to consolidate for a period and reach a decision point, after which it breaks out sharply in a new direction to establish its trend. We should wait for the MACD crossover. Yes, friends, I hope you liked the video. If you subscribe to my channel and like the video, more videos will be coming. Be careful in your investments, analyze the risks correctly, and always take strategic steps. I will be with you with different analyses, investment opportunities, and technical information in my videos. I wish you all a lot of profit. See you soon.